You've reached the Ultimate United Gifts of Themes, the podcast hotline. Please leave a message right after the theme.
Podcast, the Ultimate United Gifts of Themes, and we're also known as Tuugof. We're gonna talk about the movies that we rewrote all the themes for. Watching some movies and complaining about things, cause we want our themes in these damn movies. But we don't think Hollywood has the damn guts to deal with how real our themes are. We don't think the themes from all these movies cut the mustard good enough, and we could do a better job. So we rewrote the themes, and now they're better themes. And now this is a podcast where you listen to us talk about our themes. Okay, here we go. Let's podcast.
Let's podcast. Oh, we're getting fucking rocked. Good breakdown coming up.
She's his dead wife. You think you're crazy.
If you're wondering why we're not talking, we're just cracking the fuck up. Rocking the fuck out.
Man, the verse just like it sounds like it's fucking Queensryche.
Yeah, it does. It's like some Operation Mind Crime, which Overboard is actually.
It is a mind crime.
Literally a mind crime.
Like I was the whole time we're listening, I'm like what is this, like a Kingdom Come kind of jam or a King's X, or like I was like, no, this is a fucking Queensryche kind of jam.
Yeah. That's a little bit like Back in Black, like
yeah,
but yeah.
And you could, but imagine, like, I mean, it would sound very different, but like Jeff Tate could do a great vocal on
He could,
this.
yeah, he could, he could, and maybe that's why it ended up on Lost themes instead of something else, like a main. Like this is another one.
Because you probably don't want to get him mad at you.
Right, yeah. We talked about this a little bit last week about how Lost themes, I didn't want to necessarily make it like a complete throwaway record, but honestly, I just kind of I had too many themes, number one, just too many. And I'm like, I got to get rid of some of these themes.
Yeah, and you know what, I like any band that I really like, I love when there's like a B-sides and rarities comp. I'm just like, yeah, I want to hear the stuff that didn't come out.
Yeah, because oftentimes the B-sides stands for best. Like,
like Easily Fooled.
Yeah,
yeah. Hey, do you want to know the
yeah.
reason?
And I would say West You Can't Drum is one of Pavement's best songs, too.
Oh, man. So that's got the best lyric ever.
Centaur,
I see a centaur bang at the moon. His profile is a silver circle.
Yeah.
So good. Man.
And what is because I don't I've noticed on I don't know if you I don't blah. I use Wobbler until I listen to my music on Wobbler.
Oh, you can just download it right on Wobbler. You just go to wobbler.com//download.
No, when you I listen to Spotify mostly, and when you go to a band, it's like here are their top songs, and Harness of Weirdly, Harness Your Hopes
is that's like
was that in a movie or something?
I don't think so, but yeah, it's I hear that playing in shops.
Yeah,
now.
And it's a wonderful song.
Good tune.
It is a wonderful song. And the best thing about it is because they had the song Harness
Right,
and then they
right.
talk about it also in Carrot Rope.
Right,
They-
right.
So it's like,
man, that's-
and which is all. Oh
See,
man,
I was late
going to
to
see
the-
Pavement this year.
I was late to the game on them, so like I had
Me
heard
too.
some stuff,
Yeah.
but for me, Terror Twilight was the first one that I got like when it came out.
I always say, and this is controversial, that it is their best record, and this is why, because it is it doesn't have a million songs on it. Like most of their albums have a million songs on it.
Every song,
and every
I
song's
actually
great.
listened to
Yeah.
TT this morning.
Yeah, every song is
Every
great.
song is great.
And it's different. It's not. It's
You
not
know-
like wobbly Pavement. It's like they kind of like some argue that it's like a Stephen Malcolm solo album essentially, but you know what? It's not.
Well, that's. Have you heard though? So they're reissuing that album, and
Yeah.
we'll get back to Overboard in a second.
Yeah, hold your
people.
horses, harness your hopes.
So but this at least the vinyl is going to be in the track list that Nigel wanted.
I
it
saw.
starts with like platform blues. Like what?
Yeah, but
What?
Yeah, but,
And then after that
but
is
you know
the
who
Hex?
you know who
Like,
you know who
what?
Nigel's friends with?
John Beck.
John Greenwood,
Ooh.
who I'm pretty sure
boy.
plays the harmonica on Platform Blues. So
boy.
he
And he tries to.
theme.
I saw. Oh my God! I saw this movie the other day. Last week.
The Dog's Got
Yeah.
Power,
and
yeah.
he plays.
He plays songs.
He plays a lot of music through
Yeah.
it, and
They're
it's like-
songs. They're not
like,
themes. They're songs.
There's literally no words.
And I mean, hey, you could like that movie. I didn't even finish it, but I like just off the top of my head. Here's some lyrics like Benedict Cumberbatch, he's gonna get real nasty, 'cause he might have been gay, and he's gonna deal with it by being mean to Jesse Plemmy. And you got Kristen Dunst in it too. It is the power of the dog that's got you all tied up inside. You gotta get that dog down to the dog pound, and then the power of the dog will go away. Done.
Well,
Done.
So I did finish it twice, actually. I watched it, and then the next day I was like, gotta watch it again.
Yeah, but
And
that's how it
covers-
ends.
That's how it ends.
They take him to the dog pound at the
That's how
end,
it
right?
happens.
And then he just goes away.
Yep. That's
I would bet that I'm actually kind of right if I mean something else by the words that I'm saying.
If it's not the thing I say it is, that's because it's a metaphor.
Can you imagine being on like being on trial? You know those moments in trials where all of a sudden where a person's like, I'm gonna get away with this, and then the lawyer says something, they're like, no, you're not gonna get away with it, and then you could just say, well. Yeah, but that's what I meant was what you said.
Oh, yeah,
When I
no.
said it, people have
Oh
different
no,
words.
didn't. I meant I didn't kill that guy.
No, that's just slang. That's my slang. You don't understand my slang.
Like when you say something that you like, you say, "Oh, that is bad."
When I say
or
when I say I wasn't there killing her,
Marge, when you make that face, I was kidding. That was a quote from Homer J. Sampson.
yeah. Oh man, did you hear that bubble just float by? Well, that was crazy.
Yeah, this guy's toking up over here like a regular fucking doper.
Hey man, I got to you got to toke. Toke or go broke, So Overboard, man, oh man, do I love Overboard. I love it. Like that, this movie, you can't not watch Overboard. If it's on,
Overboard might
you're
have been my
watching it.
first big you know how there's those comfort movies that you just watch over and over again? For
Yep.
me, like Ocean's 11 is a big one.
Yeah.
But like Overboard as a kid was like the movie where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna watch Overboard.
Which was
all
your
the time.
Which was your favorite kid?
In Overboard?
Yeah.
It's weird because I haven't seen it in so long that I can't really. There's the red-haired kid, right?
There's the little
Is
kid.
he the kid from Big?
There's the little kid. Oh, yeah. That guy from the guy who's Big's friend.
Yeah,
and
Big's
and,
friend.
And yeah, he's my favorite too. Oh,
Okay,
here
yeah.
come the kids. We're watching. If you guys are watching,
And
on
there's like the
YouTube, here
little
comes the kids.
screechy kid.
Yeah, who's always
that's-
doing Pee Wee Herman.
Yes.
'Twas the
Oh,
style
my
at the time.
God. You know what? I love Pee Wee Herman so much.
Hey, how can't you? Remember when people tried to get all down on him just because he was whacking it? And it's like, hey, man,
like,
hey, you're going to the porno theater. What are you going to watch? Like, there were some good movies that came out later. But you know, back then, you know, if you're going to whack it, let the guy whack it. And then they're like, but there were kids. Like, nah, there weren't.
I just like his shows.
Yeah, I mean, hey, do you think like people who have like none of the guys? Do you think like the dude from Blue's Clues wasn't whacking it? Like, come on, man. Give me a break.
This podcast is taking a turn.
Let him whack it. Do you think Mr. Rogers wasn't whacking it like from time to time? Let him whack it. You know, what was that catchphrase again? I hear that.
I can see that. Let me see that.
Let me. You think Mr. Rogers wasn't like, let me see that?
Oh, hold on a sec. I gotta scratch off this. I got a lottery ticket. Oh man, $40. Let me see that.
Okay.
You know, it's kind of like in the same tone as I'd buy that for $1.
Oh my God! Speaking of, let me see that. You ever hear of that? Pennsylvania
65,000.
The Treasury Department has some kind of thing where it's like if there's money owed to you, it's
you have to go in and say, "Let me see that," and they show it to you.
There's a website that you can go to, like if there, you could.
I think I did hear about that.
Because remember years ago, like I think our Aunt Sarah found she found something. Anyway, they were talking about it at work today. I mean, not at work, on the chat.
In
at
work.
And at work. I work from home on a fucking computer.
Yeah,
I was at work.
You know what?
But this lady was like, yeah, you need to. It was like unclaimed something or other. Anyway, put my info in there, and I have a cool $69 coming to me from ASCAP.
Oh man,
ASCAP are the guys that give you money for writing songs. So I guess at some point something that I wrote made $69, and you know what that makes me think of? 69 tacos for $69. And what a party that would be.
Man, that would. You know what I would probably do? I'd probably eat 40 tacos the first night and then have 29 for lunch the next day.
There was this one time when I was. There's been many times in my life. Currently, I'm in one of them where where it's just like struggle financially, fucking paycheck to paycheck. Hey, whatever, I that's just that's life in America for most people, and I'm not going to be all wah about it. It's just the way it is. But I kind of like it because I don't know. I think you appreciate stuff more. But anyway, I remember there was one time a couple years ago where I was so hungry, and that was still in my drinking days, and I was hungover, and how when you're hungover, you're even more hungry, and
or sometimes not.
And I was living right next to a McDonald's at the time, and this was before I stopped eating meat. But I went. I scrounged up enough because they have the $1 menu McChicken sandwich, and I was like, I can get like 3 of them, and I was so fucking excited. I was so excited, and I went over there and I ordered 3 of them. But then, like, I guess somebody else had ordered like 11 of them.
Oh man!
And they can't. And hey, I'm gonna not put too much blame on myself in this situation because they said,
hey,
and you know what you said. You know what you said.
You know exactly.
They were
if
like,
you're listening,
they were like, "Who's got the McChickens?" And I was like, "Well, I did," but I could clearly see that it was a way more than I ordered.
Oh, did you get 11? I thought you were saying.
No,
oh wow,
I took
twist!
The
I thought the story was going to be of you losing the 3.
No, I took the 11.
Whoa.
And and I did do the look around, like, is anyone else going to claim these McChickens? And no one. And I was like, well, I guess I'm going to go. But the funny thing was like you can't
you can't uneat them,
and you also can't save them. Like you can't save a McChicken sandwich. You just can't.
I mean, I have, and you can't.
Like I have too. Then that's how I know you can't. So I fucking ate all. Like I trudged through all, and I think my thinking was like, I'm so hungry. And if I eat all 11 of these, I might just I just won't have to eat for a couple days. Like, and I probably didn't because I just fucking decimated my stomach.
This is a fun podcast fact that's actually true. So if any of you have listened to this podcast before, almost any time you've heard me, I had eaten 2 McChicken sandwiches right before recording.
Yeah.
Today was different. McDonald's had a long line, so I went to Burger Thing and got their original chicken sandwich.
Yeah. Did you put cheese on it?
No, never have.
I used to ask them to put cheese on it, and then I would dip it in catsup.
Ooh, wow. Wow. Yeah.
Or if I was feeling saucy, I would undo the bun. I would undo the bun.
Yeah.
And then put salt and then put catsup on it.
if you're feeling saucy, undo the bun.
Yeah. Yeah, but man, Overboard, it's like fucking I don't know. You got Kurt Russell, and he's just. I hope he's a good man because I sure like Kurt Russell. Like,
Yeah, and he's like had. I mean, mostly with like Tarantino stuff, but you
Yeah.
know, it's like he's had like a resurgence.
yeah. But I've always liked him. Like in this, I've liked him in Tarantino stuff, and I've liked him in Overboard.
yeah, I liked him a lot in Overboard.
And you know what's funny? I never like. Probably because our dad didn't tape it off of TV, or maybe because it was only on Prism. We never saw Big Troubles from Little China.
Yeah, I've
as
never
a kid.
seen that. Yeah,
But I have seen it as an adult, and you know what? Kurt Russell is just charming the pants off of you the whole time. You're watching this movie, and you're like, I'm taking my pants off. I'm just,
you know,
I just
there's a
am.
lot of
Done
movies,
deal.
a lot of movies of him that I ain't never seen.
Like
He's Tango and Cash, right?
He is, yeah. You know, it's a good movie, and it's like it's sports. The movie where he plays Dr. Hockey, who it's a truce. I think it's on. It's like it's very heartwarming, but it's about the hockey guys who play on a team for America, and they go to this place called the Olympics.
Wait,
And
is that Miracle?
Miracle, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
I
it's
didn't know he was in that.
and he plays the coach, and he's like, I'm gonna turn these ragtags into fucking
movies where they do that.
into Olympic champs,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna be a hard ass
Gonna be
about
a
it.
miracle
But I also got a
on
hard
ice.
ass of gold, also. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Maybe I should watch Miracle tonight.
It feels good. And you know what's another one that it's not really a great film, but it feels good, and it's a Philadelphia movie, Invincible. Starring Marky Mark as like Marky Mark. It takes place in the
right.
70s in Philly.
Yeah,
so
I know of it. Ain't never seen it.
and that's another one where it's just for me, and it's weird because I liked sports as a kid, but I don't really care for sports anymore. Like, I mean, I don't really have much against it. I think it's kind of a waste of money. But
Meanwhile,
whatever.
I never liked sports until like 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, you got that bug now.
yeah, but even that's only ball.
Yeah.
Only the Sixers.
Yeah. Hey, nothing wrong with that. They six it up.
I don't know if any of them have
Deep
ever
sixes.
tried to make a theme. I hope not. That would change things.
Yeah, I mean, they better not do that because I don't want to get beat up by them when we.
And also, they should just really focus on basketball.
They should, yeah, that would be better. Man, what was I talking about right before that? Oh, yeah, but I love sports movies, like love.
Yeah,
because,
yeah.
And because there's gonna be that part where they win,
Yeah, and now
and it feels good when they win
it's
because you
tough,
want them to
like,
win.
It's tough picking like what's my favorite sports movie. You know, like I mean, there's a pretty clear front runner. But then if I'm talking baseball movies,
Major League.
Yeah, but then is Bull Durham
Bull Durham is
is it a baseball movie?
It's got enough baseball.
Or is it like a sex movie?
It's a movie about fucking baseball.
Sure,
Both.
Sure.
And baseball
It's got
is
a kid
sex.
with a quadrophonic blaupunkt.
Yeah.
But oh yeah, man, you know it's great. You hear
She
Paul
may
Thomas
get
Anderson
woolly.
in an interview, and they're like, "So what would you say is like best sports movie of all
Major
time?"
League.
And he doesn't even let him finish the question. It's like, well, Major League.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah.
I would say it's a tough
I bet
one.
I bet Paul Thomas Anderson fucking loves Overboard.
Oh yeah, and that's one thing that I'm glad has happened to like artistic society. Like remember when we were younger, like in the 80s and 90s, like it was like if you wanted to be like an artist, like taken seriously, you couldn't like mainstream stuff. You just couldn't. Like it was kind of against the rules. You know. And now it's like fuck the rules, man. I like what I like, motherfucker.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's just that we're getting older, you know, hopefully maturing a little bit.
Yeah.
And but if you want me to get all into it, I'll say, yeah, you know what? Maybe I'm a populist with my art. Okay? You want me to, Anyway, Overboard is real good. I don't know if you should mess with that box again after.
Yeah, but didn't I throw this box away last time? It's back. Remember, I chucked it, and I threw, and I
just figured you had like maybe.
You know what?
You're gonna stick your finger.
I'm gonna stick my finger in it. Yeah.
All right, I'll stick my finger. hey, you know what? Why not?
All that leads in one direction. Hollywood.
We're eating fudge because we're weirdos. We're eating fudge because we're weirdos.
We're eating fudge.
And fudging the whale, too.
We're eating fudge. Yeah, hey, Wally, you know what? I think this is a good time. There's a question I've always wanted to ask. What is fudge?
I don't know. I mean, it's like... have you ever had chocolate fudge?
Yeah, I like chocolate fudge.
Well, fudge is like I don't really know what it is, but it kind of tastes like fudge, like chocolate fudge. But I don't know what it is, so quit hounding me, right?
Yeah, hey, quit hounding me.
Hound bound,
Oh, man.
Have you ever seen woofers? They're like guys.
They're like a pet
They're
that
like
you can
guys.
have. A lot of them.
Yeah, I mean, they're like guys that are a pet. And do you have some?
I have whatever pet I want to have because if you didn't know, I'm in your favorite band. We're called the Wamblers. And we like to have lots of different kinds of pets. One of them likes to woof, and one of them likes to like fucking walk around.
And some of them you have to put in a bath.
Sometimes just put them in a car and then just be like, okay, why don't you drive today? And then they look at you like, what did you just say? Let me see that.
Like, remember the you go to the circus and you go on the back of the circus and you're like, look at all these fucking pets. They're all for me.
It's like, hey, can you make your pets do like a fucking flip? And how about, can we have a sandwich to eat? Because do you think we don't get hungry? We're at the fucking circus, you know?
Guys, if you ever want to have a pet, here's an easy way. Go to the circus and then go on the back of the circus and then just pet a pet. And then if it likes it, that pet's yours now.
You can have as many of them as you want. You just get a bunch, and then
them
if
in
you
a
see
soup.
another one, put them in some soup if they're cold, and then you know you don't put them in cages. They're from America, so they can do whatever they fucking want.
Yeah.
And then just get in touch with your goof and let it rule you. Hoofing, goofing, haboogie.
Bammy whammy. And I said before, you hunka dunka. You heard me right, you fuckers.
Hey kids, did you ever see somebody walking around and you're like you're a fucking fucker, and then they turn around and you see their hair and they're like a fucking punker, and you're like oh, you fucking punker. And then you get out your wamble horn and you all goof together, and it's all right. It's cool. It's like, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, because
worry about it.
everybody,
It's fine.
like, we're
It's
different.
cool.
We're in a better part of society, to tell you the truth.
Hey.
I mean, we're top floor, and we look down on suckers on the bottom floor.
We're
and
the
like,
Wamblers, so
like-
don't worry about it.
it's really like better luck next time, suckers. We're on the top floor. and you're on the
Sometimes
bottom.
somebody like you just needs to get pushed around, and that's just gonna happen. So
Yeah. So, hey, do you see this box that's in my
Well, yeah,
fucking
mine
hand?
looks fucking good. I'm gonna have this for dinner.
I'm gonna put it in my mouth. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Definitely the last time I'm putting my finger in that box, because that stung a little bit more this time.
I want to say I'm on the same page, but I'm just sort of like, I'm gonna fucking do that again, probably.
Well,
You know what that's called? Some sort of behavior.
that's called regression.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm gonna regret this.
Yeah, exactly. Regression is when you regret
That's where
stuff.
they get the word from.
Yeah. So Overboard is a pretty mean movie. Like the guy,
Yeah, it's a pretty. Yeah.
like the guy. I mean, hey, or is it though? Because have the rich fucked us over enough that every one of them deserves to be treated like this?
You could make an argument for yes, but then do we really want to stoop to their level?
I'm going to say I'd be okay with somebody doing that to a lot of rich dudes.
Yeah, but
this is a
yeah,
little bit.
Yeah.
It's a little bit abusey.
Yeah, I mean, because
I don't
like,
mean a little bit of Gary Busey.
yeah,
though.
who's
That's
also
probably also.
he's also probably
pretty
Busey.
problematic.
Yeah. I don't know what Busey's up to these days. Is he still alive? He's still alive, right?
Yeah,
His teeth have got to be still alive, at least.
Sure.
Yeah, but
Jake Busey is like now he's like practically just he kind of just is Gary Busey.
yeah, like he could play Gary Busey in a movie.
Yeah, he could play Gary Busey
Now.
playing Buddy Holly.
Yeah.
You know, oh man.
Like if they ever made a movie about Busey making Buddy Holly, they would probably be like, "Hey, Jake Busey, do you have any grandchildren?"
So if you make that movie, you have stolen our idea.
Yeah, because everybody steals our idea. That's pretty much the basis of this band, man.
Actually, that's a good point. So, don't sweat it, I
Yeah,
guess.
we're used to it. Hey, we go to sleep at night knowing how good our themes are, and hey, that feels pretty fucking good.
And while Overboard doesn't have a stellar theme and needed a new theme,
It does have a pretty good song.
it does have a pretty good song.
Yeah,
Jim Dandy
to the rescue. A Jim Dandy to the rescue. Well, we party all night and we party all day in Rescue Town.
Go, Jim Dandy.
Oh, well, we got a bunch of things to say.
that's the one where
you
it's
gotta be
like
rescuing me.
Goldie
yeah,
Hawn
yeah.
and Kurt Russell, like they go out for a night on the town. It's kind of the scene where they fall in love
Yeah.
through partying to this like just this barroom lick. Like it's the kind of thing
sick.
you could see.
Yeah.
You could see Frank Black and the Catholics playing that song for sure.
Yeah, he would be into
Like-
it. He'd be like,
Oh man, that
he'd
would
be
be
barking a lot.
Jim Dandy to the. Oh man, and their bassist would just be making like sticking his tongue out
Yeah.
and being really gross.
I remember 2 times going to see Frank Black and the Catholics with 2 different girls that I was dating, and we always tried to I really love me some Frank Black, so I want to get as close to that stage as possible, and I was lucky enough to be dating some very, very, very great and also pretty women. And man, that bass player was just like he was just getting his crotch as close to us as possible.
And
hey, maybe it worked. Maybe 1 time out of 10 that worked for him. And if it was consensual, good for them.
For your guys' information, the bass player in Frank Black and the Catholics, I don't know his name, but he
Yeah, I don't know his name
his
either.
look is kind of like sort of like a bodyguard or a high-end bouncer, like sort of like a suit with a t-shirt and a gold chain, and he sort of does that move where he's playing bass and he leans in and just sort of like
Yeah, he's feeling
like,
it.
yeah, I'm fucking sexy. You fucking
Yeah.
fuckers.
Yeah, and hey, you know what? Maybe he's a great dude. He definitely gave a little, and it's
Good at playing
he
bass, I'll tell you
he
that.
gave off some sleaze vibes, but he also gave off some pretty sick bass vibes.
Hey, God knows what kind of fucking vibes I give off. Huh.
Yeah, I know. I mean, hey,
Judge not. You know what
sometimes when you're grooving, sometimes the groove is like a fucking groove, like
Sure is.
and if your body happens to move to that fucking groove, then there's only one way you can improve.
I mean? Yeah.
Sheev Palpatine. I got nothing else there. But yeah, I mean, Overboard is pretty mean. Just to recap, it's basically a rich woman falls in the water, and then Kurt Russell's like, hey, you know what? I need a wife.
Yeah.
So,
it's like, I'm
just gonna tell her that
I'm gonna really gaslight the shit out of you.
yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna tell her that she's my wife. But then they do end up falling in love. But was those pretenses true?
Right.
You know,
and,
and she makes her decision, and her husband, her other husband, is way more of a piece of shit. But I wonder if her and Kurt Russell, in the Overboard universe, stayed together, or did she eventually leave him because one day she was like, "Wait, what the fuck?"
Sure, yeah. And it's really hard to say.
And can you forgive somebody for something like that if it is true love?
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I'd be like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But hey, who knows?
Like
But-
maybe if they were already in a relationship and then he did that to her, like that might be a little bit more forgivable.
and they're together in real life, right? Or did
I
they
don't think
used
so.
to-
I think
okay,
they used to
were.
be, and then one day they were both like, nah.
Nah, skip it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Ditch it.
But in fact remains, Overboard is awesome, and I didn't see the new Overboard, but it doesn't look good.
Didn't they reverse it where it's like where I think they gender swapped it?
and
Yeah.
I'm cool with that
hey,
because
yeah,
I'm
whatever.
like, yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah. I mean, hey, man, if you're going to get mad about gender swapping, I got news for you. Like, remember, weren't ladies not allowed to act in Shakespeare back in the day?
Yeah, or vote.
But actually, that's probably more in line with somebody who would be mad about gender swapping. So they'd probably be like, yeah, it should be that way.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I started looking at Overboard and I got lost for a minute. But this, as this
as well you
podcast
should.
is about gender swapping, and this is two straight cis white dudes, and we're here to explain gender swapping.
I mean, I was just.
Here's the thing you need.
Here's what you need to know. Here's what you need to know.
Hey, I'm just fucking.
Sit down a minute
I'm
and
just fucking
calm down and let me tell you what it is. No, it's all wrong. Oh man, we inherited too much. We're joking.
Well, when you make that face, it was a joke.
There's some,
So,
yeah.
Overboard owns.
Overboard 1 owns. We'll see if they ever do an Overboard 2, and if it's whatever the deal with that is.
They do new ones of most things by now.
Yeah.
Like it's going to get to, I mean, I guess they already did do a new Overboard, but
No, but I mean 2.
Yeah, how something sucked is if they didn't remake it this year. Maybe I guess Liquid Sky did suck, or else it would have been like a Showtime series by now.
Yeah, they would have done that. That would have been right up Showtime's alley.
It would have been such a Showtime fucking move.
Actually, there's a really good show on Showtime right now called Yellow Jackets. It is great.
I ain't watched it. It was watched in my house, but I ain't watched.
Yeah,
I've seen bits and pieces.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a show.
I'm a tough guy with watching shows. I don't really do it much.
Yeah, I'm very picky with watching shows. Well, here's how I do it. I start watching the show, and if I like it, I keep watching it.
Yeah, I mean, I tend to have like a show I'm watching.
Yeah.
And that doesn't count any show that's like Marvel or Star Wars. Those I watched.
Yeah, but what appealed to me about Yellow Jackets was plane crash, which makes me think about Lost, and then also weird stuff happening, which makes me think about Lost.
Yeah.
And all female cast, non-gender swapped is that is appealing to me, and it's also about soccer and
soccer's
and
good.
and it takes place in the present day, but also in 1994. So you get to look around and see a bunch of stuff that you might have had.
Yeah, how like any movie or show that takes place in the 90s, it's like you're definitely going to hear Fade Into You at some point. You're definitely going to hear Celebrity Skin at some point.
Yep, I think both of those happen.
like-
But the regular themes are by fucking that dog, or by Anna Warnker.
Oh, how
and
about that?
and this
man.
guy Craig from this band called Shutter's Got Thinks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know of them.
Yeah.
I think that dog was the last performance I went to before pandemic.
Man, that dog was
That was
so
a good show.
Guess what? Totally. I mean, I guess just an all-girl band made me think of this, but Kathy Valentine from the Go-Go's said something to me on Instagram today.
Whoa.
I said something to her
Whoa.
first, but then she said something back.
That's oh man.
and she's my favorite Go-Go.
Yeah,
so,
I know. You should have led with that.
Yeah,
That's the best I ever got is once Nico Case liked one of my liked one of my
I was gonna say if it was Nico Kate, that was
Wait,
not,
that wasn't her?
Oh man, yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, what a rip!
I've been calling her Crandall.
What a ditch it! Oh, yeah. So this has been the Ultimate United Givers of Themes podcast. We want to thank you, the listener, for listening. And, hey, man, we'll be back next week. In the meantime, if you want to listen to any of our stuff, we're all over Spotify and
just do
Deezer
it.
and I Love Radio as well. And also Apple Music and YouTube. We got one of those. You can follow us on Instagram, and we will follow you on Instaham if you're on it.
That's right, we will.
Only those who know. And if you're in the know, you know ham.
Then you go.
And then you go to Domino. Yeah. So we'll see you next time. Go to Tuugof.com if you want to check out all the stuff. TUUGOF.com. Husky does he?
How's he